So I just watched Sound of Freedom, and before I get into this, I want to say that it is one of the best films I have ever seen. I don't know if I've ever seen anything that hits you as hard emotionally as Sound of Freedom. It exposes the true horrors and the deepest, darkest places of the nature of man, and it does a very, very good job communicating that. It doesn't really have to show much, but it is incredible, and I highly suggest everybody sees it. And yeah, I just wanted to say that before getting into this because I think it's an important film. I see it as one of the few Christian, truly conservative films out there, and you can tell they put a lot into this, and you can tell they really care. And that's rare. That's rare for a movie to do really well. That is like a Christian conservative piece that is fighting back against a legitimate problem, right? I mean, it is a film fighting back against human trafficking of small children, and somehow there is outrage for that. It's despicable. It's truly despicable. And it's not even all that political. I mean, I know I kind of call it a conservative Christian film, but that's just because, I kind of view morality as an inherently Christian thing. But, it's not like there's nothing right wing about it per se. At no point do they bring up any conservative talking points. They don't, or they're not like, oh yeah, I'm voting for Trump. No, there's not a Trump flag that shows up. There's nothing like conservative about it outside of the fact that it's like self-sacrifice for others, for children. It's taking away for the self from the self for others. So if that's what you want to call conservative, then you know what, I'll take it. If you want to say fighting back against human trafficking is conservative, then heck yeah, man. But yeah, so there's been a lot of negative reviews around it. I don't know how this is possible, and it concerns me deeply that anybody would find anything wrong with this film. Like, it's just so good. But here is one from the Jewish News of Northern California. So that's a group. There you go. Surprise blockbuster Sound of Freedom echoes anti-Semitic QAnon conspiracies. How does this do that? They're gonna have to tell me because there was nothing conspiratorial about it. It was based on a true story, and human trafficking really does exist. Why they label fighting against human trafficking anti-Semitic, I don't know. You can decide for yourself. But yeah, let's read this. While Barbie and Oppenheimer have hogged the headlines, an unlikelier blockbuster swept the box offices this month. Sound of Freedom, a thriller lauded by QAnon conspiracy theorists and high profile Republicans. Oh no, they must be evil people fighting back against human trafficking. It also draws from a conspiratorial well that includes a number of anti-Jewish canards, including the blood libel accusation, while its star actor Jim Caviezel has floated anti-Semitic theories in interviews promoting the film. I'm sure he has. The film, I'm sure he was like, oh, human trafficking's bad. And they're like, oh, anti-Semitism. For what reason? For you to decide. It's YouTube. Despite the film's low budget and independent distributor, Sound of Freedom has made over 100 million in its first few weeks, going toe to toe with Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. This shows what the people want. The people want to think. The people want a film that is actually going to have some kind of moral, some kind of message. They don't want a crappy remake to tear down old heroes. No, they want something new. That's why Indiana Jones isn't doing so hot, and this is doing incredibly. The release aligned with its patriotic Christian undertones captured by the protagonist's solemn line, God's children are not for sale. Wow, that's an evil thing to say that God's children are not for sale. What awful people. In real life, Caviezel, I'm sorry if I mispronounced that, I have no idea how to say it. Caviezel, yeah, there we go. Who is a federal agent rescuing children from sex traffickers, has openly embraced QAnon. Caviezel's character is based on Tim Ballard, who worked in the U.S. Department of Homeland Security before founding the anti-trafficking group Operation Underground Railroad. I don't understand how anybody can go against a anti-trafficking group. That's crazy to me. Caviezel is best known for playing Jesus Christ in Mel Gibson's Passion of the Christ, which stirred accusations of anti-Semitism when it was released in '04. I can't really speak on that because I haven't seen the film, but I'm gonna guess that like the Jews killed Christ and then people got mad. That's what really happened, guys. I know, shocker. Controversy compounded by Gibson's anti-Semitic tirades following its release. The QAnon movement is largely based on conspiracy theory that a cabal of progressive elites controls world events and runs a child trafficking ring. If you don't think that there is a child trafficking ring going around across the world, and if you don't think the elites are in on it, you're completely blind. Like, look at the Epstein logs, people. Come on. Open your eyes. There is clearly something going on. Harvesting the hormone adrenochrome from children, according to QAnon lore. Former President Donald Trump sought to defeat this operation. Oh no, I can't believe Trump would try to take down a child trafficking ring. What an evil thing. Sound of Freedom was filmed in 2018 before QAnon gained widespread momentum, and the film never mentions the movement. Exactly. How you can tie this film with like conspiratorial stuff is crazy. I don't understand it. Unless you're admitting that the conspiracies are true. That's your options. The story's traffickers are common criminals, seemingly not part of a shadowy global cable. Nonetheless, the movie has celebrated QAnon message boards for awakening normies to the conspiracy. I mean, I don't know about QAnon, but it has certainly awakened like normies to what's going on. I mean, a lot of people I don't think really understood the true length of human trafficking, not just in this country, but across the world in general. It's a lot bigger of a problem than people seem to understand. The movie is for normies, done in a way not to be revolting to push newbies away, said one member of the message board called Great Awakening. I mean, yeah, that's true. Mike Rothschild, who researches QAnon, said he was not surprised that the film took off with QAnon supporters. Wow, those evil QAnon supporters. They don't like human trafficking. Wow. I don't know much about QAnon, but that part don't sound too bad. Who see a global cable of child snatchers as funded by Jewish money. I can't speak on that, I guess. It plays on the same fears and conspiracy theories embraced by that community, that child trafficking is rampant and massively underreported, that traffickers have connections to high level people, and only a few brave patriots are willing to stand up to it. Rothschild, author of Storm is Upon Us: How QAnon Became a Movement, Cult and Conspiracy Theory of Everything, told Jewish Telegraphic Agency. Caviezel attended a QAnon affiliated conference in 2021. During the event, he said that Ballard could not join because he was saving children as we speak, because they're pulling kids out of the darkest recesses of hell right now, in dumps and all kinds of places. The adrenochrome, meaning of children. Seems like a good thing to stop the, human trafficking of kids, but I guess they disagree. This goes on for a while. I want to point out that it does say Rothschild is unrelated to the banking family in case any of you got that confused. Don't want to be spreading a false information. But, it just kind of goes on with the same thing for the rest of the article. And it's just like attacking the film because somehow calling out human trafficking is anti-Semitic. How is this? I'm not sure. Somebody's gonna have to explain it to me, but not on YouTube, of course. But it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate that there can be any backlash to this film. It shows you how evil people truly are and how dark the world truly is. If you didn't realize how many people were in on this human trafficking ring, everybody who attacked this film, I think that should probably show you. That should probably show you how hushed this whole operation is. But I'm gonna leave the video off on that note. So, like I said, go see the film. It's really an amazing film. Recommend it to people. They're doing a lot of work to spread the film. And, considering it's coming from like a small group, it's not coming from like Hollywood. It's like It's like a small Christian company. It's very epic. Everything about the film is awesome. The people who made it, they deserve success. And I don't even think that's what they're doing it for, which is why I'm promoting them so heavily. They're doing this because they wanted to spread the message. They filmed this in 2017 or 2018. I said in the article. I think it was 2018. And yeah, it was definitely 2018 because it took them 5 years to get this film out because there was like so much pushback and so many struggles with actually being able to release it. Yeah. So that tells you everything you need to know about the movie industry, the critics, and, the media in general, and everybody who attacked this film. We now truly know who is on our side. But like I said, I'm going to head out on that note. So if you enjoyed, like, subscribe, share the video. I greatly appreciate it. But I'm heading out. So long. Peace out, and God bless y'all.